Hey there, I wanted to show you how to assign a Seesaw activity into Google Classroom. Oftentimes these Seesaw activities are really interactive with tools that are only really user-friendly within the Seesaw platform. So you may wish to have students complete the task in Seesaw, even though you're assigning it through Google Classroom. So first thing you want to do is go ahead and add the activity. I've already done that for this. I've added this to my library. And let me show you some of these pages that are super interactive and the reason why we definitely want to try to have them be completed inside of Seesaw. So some of these are not too tough. You know, these are things that you can move over. That would work the same in Google Slides, so that wouldn't be too different. But when it comes to drawing, that becomes a little bit more frustrating. So if we're going to trace these and we're using it in Google Classroom, we would be using the scribble tool versus right now I'm using my mouse. But if I were having a tablet, it would be pretty awesome to be able to use this tool. And if I wanted to, I could even make it thicker. So this is another way that we can do that. When I click onto this page, we're going to be asked to rainbow write. So we're going to be using lots of colors. And again, this is really tedious. Well, I'm not doing this the right way. There we go. This is really tedious to try to do in Google Classroom, right? So every time I try to change this and then again, follow that path of motion, that's really tedious. So being able to have this open up in Seesaw is a great idea. These are things that are very simple to do. We're just going to go ahead and move those over. This would function again the same way in Google Classroom. Same thing with this. We're going to be putting the capital F's here, right? But down below here, I'm going to want to be able to write how many. So again, that's going to be, I don't remember off the top of my head how many there were. But that'll be tedious to try to do, although students could add a text box if they wanted to. And of course, over here, writing is something that we're going to be asked again to do. That becomes a little tedious when we're using Google Classroom. This is going to function really much the same way. Starts with F, doesn't. So they'll check it. Let me go through. These slides are all similar things. This will work the same way in Google Classroom as well. This is where we're going to be moving these to try. We're going to be looking for, oh, there's another one, right? We're going to be looking for those hidden pictures. Very simple here as well. That would work the same in Google Classroom. When I get to this one, again, this would be a tedious thing to try to accomplish within Google Classroom. So I'm going to want to, maybe I'll have a darker or thicker one. But again, the scribble tool is really kind of tedious within that. Same with this one. This is one where if we want to go ahead and record it, it's going to be a challenge for students to be able to have that recorded for them in Google Classroom. So here in Seesaw, it's very simple. F is for fox, F is for foot, F is for flower. So it's a very simple process. Again, writing here, sorting here, putting those in alphabetical order, and this would be very much simple, right? This would be very simple to do. So let me show you what you would do if you wanted to put this in Google Classroom. So I'm back at my library screen and I have this file open. I'm just going to go back to class. Well, I didn't do something right. Let me go over here real quick. I forgot to assign it. So first I want to make sure I assign it to my class. Then I'm going to go back to my class. I'm going to click right here. I'm going to get the student link. So I'm going to go ahead and get that and copy it. And I already have my Google Classroom open. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on classwork. I'm going to create an assignment. And this was the letter F. Now I might want to have, you know, something a little bit more exciting there, right? I might want to have something a little bit more exciting in the instructions. I'll let you do that, but I'm going to go ahead and add the link there. And once it's added, I can assign. Then when students go in to do the activity and they click on it, it's going to open up right into, I'll put Seesaw, right into Seesaw, and they'll be able to complete that with all of the great tools that Seesaw has to offer. I hope that helps.